The third round of the Ragnarok. Zeus versus Black Adam. After the heartfelt exchange between Solomon Grundy and Thor, the brutal, bloody underwater massacre that was Black Manta and Poseidon, there was no telling what this match was going to entail. Zeus, appearing to be a shriveled up, frail and scrawny old man whose eyes had been sunken in black, against the likes of Black Adam, a man who had seemed to be created in the images of the gods, a champion, the first champion. But Zeus was rather jovial, and many people knew that Zeus was not someone that you wanted to cross. His looks could be very deceptive if you didn't know him. But when Zeus demanded something, it was done, and there were few gods who dared question him. "I must ask," Zeus would say, "are you all not entertained? The Ragnarok, nothing more but a liability. And yet, this has produced some peculiar outcomes indeed. The mortals think they have a chance. They've gained one measly victory. And you know, I would personally like to extend my hand to you mortals. Truly, you are the most peculiar but yet fascinating creatures that I have ever seen. No matter what planet you come from, no matter where you hail, no matter your skin tone, your credence, you always have the ability of surprising me. And you know, I hate that. I hate that about you. And at the same time, it's the most fascinating thing. It's truly remarkable. You're like maggots, roaches. No matter how many times I squash you under my feet, you somehow always come back. You come back stronger, smarter, always weak and frail, but you keep getting back up. I don't know what it takes to crush you, besides wiping you out of existence, but even then, it would rob me the satisfaction of breaking you. You mortals don't break. Some, yes, but you, the exceptional ones, no. You're the ones we hate the most. The average mortal that knows his and her place, who know better than to challenge the superior beings, they become trivial. They cower in fear. They beg for their lives. They get down on their hands and knees and they pray. And I don't hear it. Because what's the point? I throw a little lightning and they cry out, "Oh, save us, save us. Oh, Zeus, please, please, don't burn down my crop fields. Don't kill my children. I'll do anything." And trust and believe, when the humans want to live, oh, the humans, they'll do anything. There's not a woman who won't join me in bed. There's not a man that wouldn't sell his wife to me or sacrifice their children. Oh no, I could get everything I want, and yet none of it satisfies me. But people like you, Zeus would say, it's people like you that I want. the powerful ones, the ones who think themselves superior. Zeus looked up to the stands right at Lex Luthor and Brunhilde. The ones who fight against fate. You are the ones I want to break the most. Because it will be so much more gratifying to destroy someone who had hope, who had ambition, who thought that that hope and ambition was enough to beat us. You killed my brother. Yeah. And you know something? I don't even give a damn. It's not like I hardly knew the guy. He spent most of his time in my father's stomach. Came out, he was already but of age. We fought together. We slayed Kronos. We killed the Titans. Even Gaia fell, the mother of the earth. And we have ruled. And yet I've never felt close to him. Not once did I feel any love for him. But his death, that is on me. And because of that, I have to make you suffer. So truly, Teth, Adam, it's no hard feelings, and how long are you going to waste my time with this babbling nonsense? Your speech, theatrical, perhaps it plays to the people and their ego, but not to me. I have been summoned for one reason and one reason only, and that is to defeat you. And there could be no other. That's what I'm talking about. That arrogance. If I am arrogant, then you can only blame the ones that made me. My power. The power that was given to me. Yes. The power of the champion. The wizard. Funny thing about that wizard. He had lived for a long time, you know. And in his time, he met many powerful people. And he had the darndest ability. You see, that wizard you speak of, he was nothing more but a common crook. He could no more cure the ill or raise the dead. He had no particular talent. That was until he discovered power. And from then on, he began to curry favor with man and with God alike. A lot of what he got were properties, you see. For every favor that he gave, a property was given to him, a small portion of power. And if you humans have learned anything, it's that power, it can never truly be destroyed, only transferred. And hell, at the time, I had no idea what he was planning. He even got a principle from me. From Solomon, he gained a portion of his wisdom. From Hercules, he gained a portion of his strength. From Atlas, he gained a portion of his stamina. From me, of all people, he gained a portion of my power. Achilles, he gained a portion of courage. And from Mercury, my son, he gained a portion of speed. All of them pieces. But when put together, when aligned, he joined and created a newfound power, the embodiment of his name. What was it? Would you tell me? Zeus said with a grin. Of course you won't. Saying his name would be dire for you. Funny enough, your precious wizard, now a deity, and yet he did not even choose to show up. I wonder because he didn't want to see you. I mean, I wouldn't want to see you either. A traitor, all the same. But treachery, that's in your wheelhouse. It's all you'll ever know. I will say, the biggest mistake that wizard ever made was believing that you were worthy. You were given the wisdom of Solomon, and yet all I see is a fool. You were given the strength of Hercules, but yet you are weak at heart. You were given the stamina of Atlas, but you won't last. You have my power, but all you have is a pale imitation of what true power is. You were given the courage of Achilles, but when this is over, you will lack such courage. And for the speed of Mercury, I will teach you what true speed is. Before Zeus even had a chance to continue, Black Adam would give him a devastating right hook to the face, before a left and another right, delivering a series of headshots directly to Zeus before knocking him down. I asked you if you are done talking. If you wish to continue prattling on, then by all means, go ahead. I don't care. I will kill you. You think so? You think so? Zeus would immediately jump up, grabbing both sides of Black Adam's head before delivering a devastating headbutt of his own, knocking him back, causing blood to leak from both of their foreheads. Let's throw away all reckless abandonment. There's no need to hold ourselves back now. It doesn't matter what you are or what you've done. Nor too does my title or name matter now. This is merely a fight between two opposing forces. And I simply want to see what you're capable of. I want to see if maybe, just maybe, I can get a taste of what my own power feels like. Try to keep me entertained, child, even if it's just for a moment. As Zeus would begin to channel his power through his body, he began to grow larger in size. His scrawny body now replaced with a more muscular one, as he began to match the size and then even surpass the size of Black Adam, with a sinister grin on his face. Come now, Black Adam. Show me why you are the champion. As you wish. Black Adam and Zeus would now engage in a serious brawl of power and brute strength. There was no need for weapons. There was no need for any cunning or tactic. There was nowhere for either of them to hide, and neither one would try to. This was simply a test to see which force was superior, which force was truly the mightiest, the champion of man, the champion of the gods. A fight that was made long ago in the heavens and now being realized in the final moments of mortal kind's existence. The people in the stands could feel the shockwaves reverberating from every shot that was fired. The sound of bones breaking and snapping. The sound of flesh being pounded and beaten into the dirt. blood splattering everywhere, the crackles of energies and lightnings that collided. For Zeus, this was truly exhilarating. For the first time since he had fought against his father, he'd never experienced anything like this. He had always seen the champions that were chosen, and even now, he still didn't fathom how much power they really possessed. They must have been holding back for all these years. It must have truly been a sign of their weakness at heart. If they truly fought with this level of intensity, then perhaps there was no one that could have stopped them. The wizard had truly done a fine job of cultivating gods amongst men. But of course, for Zeus, this would make no difference. It would never change the outcome. As Brunhilde, Gull, and Luthor would watch on from the stands, Brunhilde would take notice of Black Adam, someone that she was very familiar with, as she too knew of the wizard Shazam and knew of the champions that he had chosen on Earth. Among all of them, Black Adam, his first champion. Of course, many knew of the tale of Black Adam, originally Teth Adam, the son of Ramses II, the pharaoh of Egypt, although in that time was also known as Kandal. Of course, when Teth was chosen as the champion, he was a young man who stood for truth, justice, and righteousness. He fought against the forces of evil, and for a time, he was considered the first hero of the world. But sadly, his heart was misled. He was betrayed. He was corrupted by a woman known as Blaze, the evil daughter of the wizard Shazam. She allowed for Teth to feel himself more important, a stronger sense of arrogance, to believe that in order to protect the world, he must be the one to rule it. Despite the warnings, despite everything, Teth refused to listen to reason, and as such, he was stripped of his powers and was sealed away, only to be reborn in the modern days of man. But by that time, a new hero had been chosen, a boy named Billy Batson. Of course, both Billy and Black Adam engaged in combat fervorously, many times, both bringing each other to the brinks of death. But as quickly as he came, soon too did he disappear from the world. Black Adam was a complicated individual, an origin of pureness tainted with dark. Even for Black Adam himself, he wasn't sure what to make of his life. By the time he had returned to the world of the living, everyone and everything that he once knew and cared for were long gone. Long gone were his family and friends and enemy alike, all of them resting in their final tombs. But what else could he do? Was there any real redemption for a man like him? Could such a thing even be possible? When feeling that there was no hope, that there was no way, he decided to take his anger out on Billy. Because what made this child any more worthy than he was? A child that did not come from royal blood. A child that was born of a commoner. And yet somehow the wizard decided that he was worthy to be a champion. But there was also something else. In all the times that they fought, he saw a piece of himself within the boy. He saw the young man he used to be. He remembered when he was first chosen, at a similar age to Billy. He saw what he could have been, and that was what angered him the most. if he had not allowed for his heart to be corrupted, if he had not allowed for selfish thoughts to rule his mind, he could have been a champion that lived on for all eternity, a hero that would never fade. But now that chance had long since escaped him. And now, what was there even worth fighting for? What was even the point when he had been recruited into this so-called Ragnarok? At first, he found it to be absurd that he would be called to the edge of time, to the final days of the mortals, and that he would have to fight on their behalf. Oh, yes, the exiled champion, the one that was rejected, the stone that the builder refused, would now have to return to be mankind, no, the universe's last hope, the last line of defense. It all seemed like a joke to him, like it were impossible. He still remembered it well. And even if I were to believe you, Adam had said to Luthor, when the portal had opened and the scales of righteousness had been placed before him, why would you come to me? Surely you could find others who are stronger, better, more capable. You mean heroic? Well, my friend, contrary to popular belief, things have been changed. Our big blue Boy Scouts, our wonderful women, and our guardian bats aren't going to be allowed to participate this time around. No, they're calling for the bad guys. A trivial term, but that's what we are. No point in denying it. You are no more righteous than I am. Then why would you even want to get involved? Because you really think I give a damn about what the scale thinks? Whether I'm righteous, unrighteous, what difference does it make? When everything is gone, it's gone, never coming back. I don't know about you, but I enjoy living. I enjoy living for myself, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let all of that come to an end because a couple of wannabe gods decided so. It's our life, our fate. It's finally in our hands, and we don't have to hold back. There are no rules, no government, no heroes, no authorities, nothing stopping us from going all out. This is what the gods wanted. They wanted the villains, then that's what they're going to get. They're going to get the absolute worst of us. Because when we're at the absolute worst, that's when we're at our best. Because we don't give a damn what anyone else thinks. Men like you and I are different from the others. Don't choose now to grow a conscience. This is the time to be selfish, Lex said to him. You think that him choosing you was a mistake. Well, now's your chance to prove him wrong. Show him why there can only be one champion, the first champion, and that anyone else that comes after is mediocre, second best, second rate, second class. That's what every champion is to you. Black Adam looked back to Lex. And as much as he would have liked to deny it, he agreed with what he said. He remembered as he walked through the halls of the arena, preparing for his name to be called. It was just then that he would be stopped, first greeted by the Valkyrie, the seventh Valkyrie, Ranglif, who would be fighting by his side. So, you're supposed to give me some type of weapon? Yes, through the technique known as Volmdra. It will allow me to become a divine weapon that you can use in your fight against Zeus. With all due respect, Valkyrie, I don't need it. What? You're fighting against Zeus, the god of the gods. You can't just go into this arrogantly believing that I don't need a weapon because I am a weapon. My body is my weapon. My legs are my weapon. My hands are my weapons. My head is my weapon. I am a living weapon. And I am not something that anyone, especially Zeus, will be able to break. That's the spirit. Both Black Adam and the Valkyrie turned as they heard another voice. A man, a naked man, a muscular but scrawny naked man with nothing but a leaf covering his genitals, eating on an apple. So, we finally meet. And who are you? Just the progenitor of all mankind. Excuse me, 1 second. Man, these are really good. I swear, they don't make anything like these on Earth. The name's Adam. Adam? You mean as in, that Adam. This is my wife, Eve. Hi. I see. So you're real then? Yes and no. I know exactly what you're thinking. Am I that Adam and Eve? Well, are we? Yes and no. You could say I'm nothing more but the physical representation of the first human. Everyone's got their pick. Everyone's made their different mortals and species. I'm just the first mortals on Earth, that's all. And you know how many people like to claim that they made me first. Really, I was nothing more but a hodgepodge, a group project for all of the earthbound gods, me and my wife. But the part about us breaking the rules and getting kicked out of Valhalla, yeah, that's pretty much true. I'm sorry. I just got a little... It's alright. There's no need to worry about it. What's done is done. And besides, with the life that we've made on Earth, I wouldn't change it for a thing. You're too good to me. You're my wife. My first wife. From me you were conceived. And I couldn't think of spending my life with any other. With all due respect, Black Adam would say. Why exactly are you here? What happened to me? Black Adam would say. He had shrunken down to that of a child. Even his clothes, they were too baggy for him. What's the meaning of this? What's going on? Valkyrie? Hey, I had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, Eve would say. It's me. It's just that, the mother of humanity and all that. I view every human born as my child, and sometimes that power can be a little much. What? Adam would ruffle Black Adam's hair. It means that she's like your mother. Well, in a literal sense, but also in a spiritual one. So don't think too much about it. You'll be turned back to normal soon. I came because I wanted to see you fight. When Zeus was going to get involved, I knew I had to watch. And I wondered who they were going to choose. I hear they've been picking a lot of the bad guys this time around, so I only wondered which one of my products would show up. But surprisingly, I'm happy that you came. And why? You know of my reputation and who I am. Why would you want anything to do with me? Can't a father be supportive of his son in his time of need? You're not my father, and even if you were, I'm nothing to be proud of. That's not true at all. You're not as cold and as heartless as you think you are, Eve would say. You've made mistakes, yes, but at the same time, even though what that scale may show you, there's at least a tiny part of you. I can feel it. A tiny part of you that's good. And that's what I cling to. Eve would pull the smaller child into her arms. You're about to go into a very dangerous fight. And I know you probably think that you have no one in your corner right now. That there's no one that cares about you. But I want you to know that we're going to be watching you in the stands. And we're going to be cheering for you the whole way. You have our support. But why? Why would you support me? I'm a failure. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough back then. I'm not good enough now. There's no good in me. I'm nothing. I'm just... You bear my last name, don't you? As a father, to fight for his son in his time of need, what more of a reason could a father ever ask for? Valkyrie, he is true, technically speaking. His body is more than capable of standing on its own against Zeus, I'm sure of it. But I want to give him every advantage possible. So, you think you could perform a miracle? And what do you mean? The Valkyrie would ask. Simple. If he won't take the weapon, then let's give him a different one. My eyes. Your eyes? If you'll accept it. I'm sure there's a painless way of doing the procedure. Trade my eyes with him. But, Adam, such a thing, why would you want to give... I'm not fighting. It's not like I'll need it. I want to give little Adam here every advantage he can get. Your eyes? They're called divine eyesight, or divine reflection. My eyes are pretty special. Once you have them, you'll be able to see and reflect anything that's done against you. I have to say that between the two of us, you're stronger than me. You've got the stronger body, but I've got the stronger eyes. Put that together, and I think you get the perfect man for the job. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, it's like we told you. You have nothing to worry about. Even if you feel like there's no one that's standing with you, we're standing with you. You have our support, the support of all mankind. You can do this. You are worthy, more than worthy. If you want a chance, this is it. This is your chance to prove that you're a champion. Be our champion. You're not fighting on your own, Eve would say. And no matter what, we will always love you. The young boy would begin to smile as the kind-hearted man and woman would smile back at him. The Valkyrie would perform her own version of Vondra as she would swap the eyes of Adam and Black Adam. Back in the arena, Zeus had gained the advantage, at least as it seemed. He was ringing Black Adam around in the arena, knocking him up and down, left and right, not giving him a chance to recover. This is pathetic. I expected more from someone who bore a portion of my power. You truly are a waste of space, Teth Adam. And you want to know something that's funny? A real kick in the head. That woman that corrupted your heart, she only did it with the influence of a certain someone. Want to take a guess? You probably already know. I can be very charming and very persuasive. But funny enough, I didn't think that you would actually fall so easily. But what's to be expected? You're nothing but a fragile ego. A fragile ego that was built on a fragile body with a fragile mind and a fragile heart. In the end, you were never worthy. But this is just your personal confirmation. A reminder of everything you lack. You don't have the wisdom. You don't have the strength, the stamina, the power, the courage, or the speed. You will never, ever, ever beat me. Zeus would feel a connecting shot to the face as Black Adam would proceed to match every attack that had been dealt to him right back to Zeus. As Black Adam floated in the air, Zeus looked up to see, looking into the eyes of the man that had struck in him, his eyes glowing brightly, eyes that seemed to be divine. Those eyes, I've seen them before. No. Divine reflection? How? How did you get that? Zeus looked over to the stands and he saw him sitting with his wife who was cheering on in the crowd. That's it, Adam. That's it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Show him what you've got. Nice job. Always a nuisance from the very beginning, Adam. So this was your treachery? Giving him the divine reflection? What can I say? I'm a supportive father. Perhaps you should take a page out of that. Some father you are. If children imitate you, then they truly are lost. Well, parents are never perfect. They struggle and make mistakes along the way. But that's all a part of being human. But then again, you wouldn't know anything about that now, would you? Because you're a god after all. So you're supposed to be perfect. Don't pay any attention to them, Black Adam said. Your fight is with me. If this is what you call a fight, Zeus would say. You know, I have to say I agree with you. This isn't much of a fight. Because if this is the best you can do, then you've already lost. There you go with that arrogance. You're right. I am arrogant. And I'm damn proud of it. Why should I lower myself? Why should I humble myself to the likes of you? There's nothing to respect. Nothing at all. You're pathetic, Zeus. In every way, shape, and form. What do I have to fear? Truly, where is my disadvantage? I'm not standing before a god. I'm standing before a dead man. You've been dead for a long time, Zeus, and you don't even realize it. And do you want to know when you died? You died on September 11th, 1279 BC. Because on that day, your superior was born. I am the first and the only champion. I am the one who was chosen. The wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of the former mighty Zeus. the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Yes, I am all these things, but I am also something else. I carry heart. I carry the heart of Adam. I am Teth Adam, the first champion, son of Ramses II of Kada. I am the champion, your superior, and you will bow to me. Our fight isn't over, Zeus. Our fight has just begun. So you better muster up whatever strength you've got left. And you better come at me with everything you've got. You better come at me like you want to kill me. Because I promise you, I'm going to use every ounce of strength I have left to kill you. You got that, Zeus? Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You want to get serious, kid? Well, let's get serious. A god and a man, both of whom the embodiment of power. Teth Adam, the first champion. Zeus, the champion of the gods. Two beings, two egos that cannot be controlled or contained, neither by heaven or by earth. Only the Ragnarok could contain power of this magnitude, and even then, just barely. The third round of the Ragnarok will continue, and there must be a winner. Because for either of these opponents, there is no tomorrow. This concludes Record of Ragnarok Legion Wars. What if the Legion of Doom fought in the Ragnarok? Season 1, Part 5. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue and conclude the exciting final third round of the Ragnarok in Record of Ragnarok Legion Wars. What if the Legion of Doom fought in the Ragnarok? Season 1, Part 6, the Season 1 finale. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings. Signing off, and I'll see you next time.